Things turning on some other things. Okay, let's make this happen. I think I can get this. Okay. So before we get into some hunts, let's take a look at this trailer together and all right, let's talk about Monster Hunter Rise. So Nintendo just announced yesterday morning. I know it was a little bit late, but yesterday morning they just announced the new Monster Hunter game coming out for the Switch next March. So we got 6 months. No word yet on a world sequel, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Spread some love. But it's pretty dope. I watched it a few times, but let's take a look at it and kind of talk about what we see here, and go from there. So this is the part after the original trailer.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Ryozo Tsujimoto, producer at Capcom. In this direct, we'll be showing off the latest games in the Monster Hunter series.
So they actually announced 2 games.
Please take a look at this announcement trailer.
Though I'm more hyped for Rise than I am of Stories 2. So it was funny when I first saw this trailer. The very first thing I did. Thank you, dude. Oh my god, it's like you spoke the words right out of my mouth, Baby Mage, like right out of my mouth. So I was like, yo, this looks like Rapide from Vesperia. Like 100% looks like Rapide from Vesperia. I don't know if I can freeze frame it on the right spot. See if I can get a good angle. Like, so much looks like him. So much. Right, the scar. I was like, Kobe's like, you can't convince me otherwise. So it was crazy though. The art style in Monster Hunter is so recognizable that when I saw this, it was the very first thing my brain was like, yo, this is totally Monster Hunter. It has to be. Okay? Like, the fact that it's not Monster Hunter would baffle me. You can just see in, well, one, the monsters that he runs past, but even then, like, with the art style, like, you can just tell it's Monster Hunter. Yeah, but Rapide has a sword.
Oh, that's my pop.
Though it seems like the real question is, everyone's like, can you pet the dog? I don't think Capcom said anything yet. That's the one thing. Capcom has not mentioned if you can pet the dog. Nargacuga armor. Oh, so is that what that is? I feel like I don't know the armor well enough. So, Baby Mage, you're saying that this armor that the dude is wearing right here, this is Nargacuga armor? Oh, Kobe's saying it's not. Okay. I was going to say, I'm not great about armor, so I don't necessarily recognize what armor he's wearing to see if that hints at a monster that's going to be in this game. Unless it's the Azuros, which it does not look like the Azuros armor. So maybe it's just one of those like metal pre-whatchamacallit things. That's what it looks like in Generations. Baby Mage sticking to the Nargacuga. So will... Actually, I don't know. Can I pull up... Let's take a look. So Nargacuga armor. I mean, I can kind of see... where you're coming from with it. There's some similarities. I can kind of see why Baby Mage said it. Check the G rank. Alright, I'm being told to check the G rank. Let's see. I think so. This is the G rank. I know the positioning in the frame is a little compressed, so it looks kind of odd. So this is the G rank armor. I'd put safe search on this armor. It's fine. If Wody ain't got safe search, he gonna get banned. I don't think I do have safe search, to be honest with you. I don't know. Whatever, not the point. Fine, then let's go back to the trailer and maybe, wait. Actually, did something... Never mind. Did anything weird show up in the search? I wasn't paying attention. Did anything weird show up? I feel like I need to know. I'll check the VOD later. Okay. So going back to the trailer. Nope. Okay. That's good to know. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to point out that you can clearly see... Sorry, I don't mean to keep pausing it. So I did forget to point out that you can clearly see that there is Palicos and the dogs, which are called Palamutes, by the way. So Palamutes are the name. So we're going to have Palicos and Palamutes. So we do know they're both in this game. It's not like one or the other. From what I understand, they've said that you can bring like two. You can have like one of each or like two of each. A combination of them. So this is where they show some of the gameplay. We got our first sign here at the wire bug, which is going to be amazing. Palamutes are offensive. I thought I heard somewhere that there's like support Palamutes.
I just got an important letter. It looks like...
Can we get the owl?
We've got a rampage on our hands.
So the rampage. So later in this video, they point out that they can't tell us much about what the rampage is, but I am curious to know, what is that going to mean and where is that going to take us? Like, is that going to be like the focal point of the story? This concept of the rampage. Also realize I can turn off studio mode because I'm not transitioning right now. Look how the dual blades are on the back now, though, no longer on the same side. Well, let's take a look. Who had dual blades on the side?
It looks like...
Did we see that and I just missed it? Because the guy looks like he has a longsword. I don't see dual blades. Where were the dual blades? Here?
An important letter. It looks like...
Honestly, I want them to bring fist weapons. Let's put fist weapons in this game. The guy with the owl was using duels. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. The NPC characters, I don't really trust when it comes to what they have. So we got our first glimpse at some of the monsters they're going to talk about here. Acnosum. I'm going to try and say these right, but y'all know I'm going to butcher them. Tetranadon, which kind of the great Izuchi.
It's been 50 years since the last calamity.
It's been 50 years since the last. So right there, if you guys notice when you pause it, that is a Tobi Kadachi. So as you can see, Tobi Kadachi returns. Because unless I have my Monster Hunter lore mixed up, Tobi Kadachi was a Monster Hunter World monster. Like first appearance in Monster Hunter World. Unless again, my hit. So somebody fact check me there. In chat. So Tobi Kadachi. So a world monster is returning in this game. So, you know, definitely means they're... No, you're... Okay, so that's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty certain Tobi Kadachi was not going to be in this game. This gives me such a Monster Hunter Gen flashback. Yeah, I mean, kind of gives me that flashback too, actually. It kind of feels the same way. So, it is nice to know confirmation-wise that the character models for the world monsters can work in the maybe, like, not as heavy version of the Switch, in a way, so that's cool that we're gonna see some of these guys we hunt in World return. I think this is the only one we see in the trailer that's returning for now.
That monster is known as Magnum Malo.
Magnum Malo. Look at that, he's just eating that Tobi Kadachi like it's nothing. Poor Tobi Kadachi. To put it simply, this game feels like a nice in-between regarding old and new. Slow down the video to the point you can pause to see your tune. What tune? I mean, we can slow it down, though. Let's watch it at half speed. Oh, rewind a bit. Okay. Let's see.
Since the last calamity, a monster is known as
Nice.
Magnum
Does that mean the gen gameplay is getting forked from the main game line, with World being one and Genish being the other? See, that's the thing that we're all unsure of, is like, how much of the gameplay is gonna... Did you see how tiny she is? How tiny who is? You talking about the character?
A monster is known as Magnum
Maybe. I mean, Height Slider... I thought they... Maybe I didn't spend enough time in the character creator, and I also... You know, I also character created like 500 hours ago. Before the Magnamalos. Okay, so we're talking about... Here, I will even slow it down further. Give me just a second. It's set up like Monster Hunter cutscenes. I do agree there. It is kind of set up like Monster Hunter cutscenes. Alright, I've got it at the slowest possible speed right now. So, are you talking about here? Mute it too. Fair enough. Alright, I gotta mute. Okay, so you're talking about here. So, okay, what are we dissecting in this scene here? So what are you trying to identify? Are you thinking that... So, I don't think these are other hunters, though, Baby Mage. I think these are NPCs. Do you think these are... Do you think these are NPCs? Those are 3 players. Interesting. So, Baby Mage thinks this might be 3 players. I mean, I can kind of see... Though, Kobe, I'll be honest with you... I can kind of see where Baby Mage is getting that idea. Because if you look at this... The character models... in their faces, they look like children. They do look like children. That is definitely, I agree with Liam right there. But their character faces do almost look like the model of the words I can't remember to put here. They look like the thingies, the characters you play as. Why can't I remember that word? So no, they do kind of look like the playable character model. That's the word, playable character model. So what happens when you... It's 10:45 at night. And you go to bed super late because your Final Fantasy stream gets hosted by a 50-person room. Liam, don't break this for me. I want a tiny ass hunter mounting a huge ass Devil Joe. How do we even know the Devil Joe gonna be in this game? I mean, it probably will be. It's a pretty staple ass monster. They also didn't show us any Rathalos. We had Palico mounting monster before. That's true. We did have Palicos mounting the monster before. Alright. Continuing the trailer in slow motion. See if we can spot anything else. Magnamalo. See, that name's easy to say. I can say Magnamalo just fine. Oh, so that's how you got a nice influx of followers and subscribers. I wouldn't say I had an influx. I had like 3 new subscribers or 4 new followers and 2 new subscribers. Sorry, hold on. Damn, it's pretty cool. Palicos don't use big ass sea blades. They do not. And you said it was the guy who... yes, Kobe, the Twitch streamer Borin. He hosted my stream after his was done, and he is the guy who ran Final Fantasy VII Remake at SGDQ a couple weeks ago. Maybe we can choose player race this time around. Oh yeah, player race. That's an idea. Let's see. So looking at... So it's 2 of those... Actually, no, that was an Azuros or whatever. So clearly the dogs are customizable. So that's one thing, just like the cats. I do want to point that out. So one thing we didn't maybe sub... Hey, what's going on, Hellfire Monkey? We're just watching the event in slow motion and kind of breaking down what we see here, so we can keep getting hype. Cool, I had something similar happen, but in reverse. Nice. Okay, so one thing we can deduce from this image alone for the 4 dogs that we see here is that obviously they're customizable. But let's be real, we kind of knew that was coming with the Palicos, because I would have been 100% so surprised if the dogs were not customizable, but the cats were. That'd be Capcom showing its colors about if it's a dog or cat company. I wonder if the dog's gonna fight alongside. So it looks like they're going to fight alongside. So the trailer will show it here in a little bit of them actually fighting. I'm legit buying a Switch for all this. Hey, Nighthawk, that's good to hear, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's a fairly good chance that I am gonna migrate over to Rise, Monster Hunter Rise, for most of my streams. Unless in 6 months, depending on how much the community grows, there's a demand for World still. So, it may be a case where we're going to do 2 nights of Rise a week and 1 night of World, just to keep things funky. But honestly, if World doesn't do a whole lot, and there's not really much to be added, and we're all hype on the on the Rise train, then we may have to rise out of World for a little while. But you know what? We got 6 months to figure that out. We'll play that card when the time comes. All right, so continuing the trailer in slow motion. So we can see here, this proves gameplay next week from TGS. Nice. It's good to hear. Nighthawk, because we need more hunters. That's true. We do. Yeah, so this image right here proves that Turf Wars. Okay, I can normalize it. Man, but the slow motion helps. Fine. So this right here confirmed that Turf Wars are coming back. So that's cool. Turf Wars are really dope. It was a great thing they added in World. So it's nice to see that they can bring it to the Switch game. Yeah, that's true. We can slow-mo when needed. This also, and this isn't the first time we see it, but this also confirms that everyone's favorite, I don't know, bear? Would you call it a bear? The Azuros? I think it's a bear. I'd probably call it a bear. The Azuros returns as another returning monster. Clear my throat here. Alright, so normalizing the trailer. Alright, that's fighting the new monster. Hold on, there was some stuff that happened. Some endemic life, I'm guessing. There's a point. Okay, so it's more of the whole dog running. The endemic life. Oh, wait! That confirms Rathalos. Y'all, that right there was a confirmation of the Rathalos. So this is Rathalos armor. Yeah. So, okay, I'm glad. Yeah, I couldn't see chat for a moment there. So, yeah, the Arzuros does love honey. I remember, if you have honey on it, it'll, attack you. So, yeah, there is aerial. So, the aerial thing, they haven't been quite clear on. But, so, not that Rathalos wouldn't be in the game. This obviously just kind of confirms it. You know what I mean? This at least just shows us a glimpse at what the Rathalos armor will look like in the new game. Which is about on par with how it usually looks like. Yeah, it might have been a wire bug move. Yeah, so Hellfire Monkey actually in last night's Final Fantasy stream was telling me that apparently the Rathalos was not the original intention for the flagship monster, but it was the Tigrex. But they wanted a dragon as the staple monster, as opposed to the Tigrex. It wasn't dragon enough looking. Because Monkey was saying that the original title for the game wasn't Monster Hunter. It was something about dragons. Alright, so the Palico's blowing bubbles. Oh, I didn't notice this the first time I watched the trailer. Y'all, it's the Nursilla. The Nursilla's coming back. That's dope. I was just saying. I kept saying how I wish World would bring the spider monster back. You don't think it's the Nursilla? So what do you think it is, Kobe? Because it does look like the Nursilla. So what? Do you think it's a new spider? I hope she stayed in G rank. Yeah, that battle was kind of janky at times. It was a pretty janky battle. Bring Keizu back. Oh god, nobody wants the Keizu back. Keizu is the one of those monsters nobody wants back. Ever. Keizu is like Keizu's up there with like Grivios and Basaros in terms of like any sort of demand for him. It doesn't exist. Stop trying to make Keizu happen. I'm not entirely sure, but it was brought up in other streams and it was deconfirmed, sort of. All right, fair enough. I mean, I guess regardless of if it's a Nerscylla or not, it's a spider. There's clearly another spider monster coming into the Monster Hunter world. Whether or not it's a Nerscylla is probably a moot point. I prefer Giganox way more interesting than Keizu. I guess it's not that much better. Giganox and a Keizu they're kind of again on par. Any of those like weird, ugly, deformed monsters, nobody wants at the end of the day. Those like weird alien looking creatures, nobody wants them. And if you tell me you want that monster, I don't believe you. I assume you're trolling me at that point. Alright. So the dog had a Paracel. Okay, that was interesting. So I may have to slow it down. Hold on. This is why I play in slow motion. Hold on, let me slow it down. There was one thing I was curious about that the hunter did. And I'll catch up on chat in a moment since I can't see it while I'm attempting to pause the video. Alright. So Paracel. Okay. So he threw... What do we think the purpose of the owl is for the hunter? Giganox remind me of a starfish in Biomeat. Yeah, that's actually very accurate. That's actually very accurate. So we think that's the SOS mechanic? Like it's not a flare? They're going for like owl sendouts? I can kind of see that. The game is going for a very feudal Japan look to it. Not as very like steampunky or like mechanical. Like it's definitely looking... Though actually, I don't know. We'll get to the base stuff later in the video. Dogstone 2. What's a Dogstone? Oh, I'm so stupid. Your boy is talking about the giant rock in the background that's of a dog. I didn't even catch that. That's a good catch there, baby. Like, my brain didn't go like, oh, hey, that's a giant dog rock statue. Alright. So, okay, right there. That was another thing I caught a glimpse of. He cut the bushes. He cut them. Okay? Like, he cut them. Is that just a new mechanic of gathering? Like, that's the thing I'm wondering, like, is that... Right, is it an instant gather? Like, what happens there? So he slashes it, and then what? Do you get a bunch of bushes? Do you get a bunch of, like, items? Like, I'm curious what benefit of gathering that means for the hunter, in a way. God, I can't wait to do aerial combat. Alright, back to normal playback speed. Wait, look at the... which armor? I think... You're talking about... So yeah, so actually that's the... So we do have a glimpse of some more armor. So yeah, the question is whose armor is this? Oh, Liam, is this your first time seeing the trailer for Monster Hunter Rise? Oh man, you in for a treat then. Also, that's out of another wrong too. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I realize I'm talking. No, I'm gonna play it full. I'm gonna let it play full speed. It's only a little bit longer. There's not that much left, and then we'll go back.
You're done for. Have a taste of this. This is for my fellow hunters.
Yeah, like I said, there wasn't that much trailer left anyway, so.
Shall we go?
Yeah, so that mechanic, Liam, which the video we'll get into in a moment here as we move forward in it, is called the twins, right? It's called the wire bug. So the wire bug is the big new component they're adding to this game. Let's see. Hold on. So, I'm a little mad that this isn't an actual scythe. Like, a lot of people were like, oh, they're adding scythes to this game. But apparently, it's a lance or gun lance is what it actually is. Twin waifus, twin handlers. What people fail to see or rather hear there was your hunter now actively talks. Oh, you know what? That is 100% true. He did talk. That's what I thought was weird about the beginning. That's a gun lance. Saw it on the gun lance Reddit. Yeah, it's a gun lance. And so I remember a lot of people were like, ooh, it's a scythe. New weapon. Oh, it's just a gun lance. I was like, ooh, gun lance. That looks like a scythe. I'm sold. Though I may get a new weapon. Sometimes with new Monster Hunter games, I like to be like, I'm going to learn a new weapon. I'm going to use that. But Baby Mage makes a good point, actually. The hunter can talk, he seems like. All of us except Nighthawk have a Switch, but Nighthawk is planning to get a Switch. I don't know if Nighthawk is still hanging out here in the room or not. But it sounds like in about 6 months, rewind it a bit to hear them. All right. What do you think, like, here?
Monster is known as Magnum Mauler.
We God Eater. That is true. Your character does seem to talk in this game instead of like mumbling. Dude, I want a gauntlet weapon too. Oh yeah, you're right. He's like after it. Got it. You're done for. Have a taste of this.
This is for my fellow hunters.
This is for my fellow hunters. How's my voice acting? Think I can make it? Think they'll hire me for anime? Nani? Oh my god! I'm getting one soon. First purchase, Generations Ultimate. Dude, I don't even own Generations Ultimate, actually, to be funny, to be completely honest with you. I just never got it.
So,
Great, now I'm
what
going to
do
have
you
to
think
spend like
about
20 minutes
Monster
just finding a
Hunter
proper
Rise?
voice.
The rise in the title refers to the idea of hunters running up cliffs and making use of the verticality of the environment.
Yeah, you
as
can
well
voice
as our
act
desire
Mob
to
number
create a game
55.
that
Yes!
lots of people around the world
I got a
bursting
copy
with
of 2
excitement.
hours on it. Nice. So yeah, so Liam, as you can see
Monster
in the
Hunter
footage they were
Hunting
just
action
showing,
game series where
time to
players
turn on
get to
Japanese
confront
voices.
huge monsters in the
Actually, I like that. The Japanese voices could be more dramatic. That is pretty good. So yeah, so Liam, as you can see there, that Spider-Man or wire bug mechanic is adding a lot of vertical maneuverability to this game, to where you're climbing the hell out of these mountains.
majestic natural environments. It's been 16 years since the debut of the series,
Impossible.
and this new entry will take advantage of the portability of the Nintendo Switch to provide a Monster Hunter experience that anyone can enjoy whenever and wherever they want. Now, before we talk more about the game itself, I'd like to introduce Yasunori Ichinose, the game.
I don't remember when they say it, but there's a
Hello,
part.
everyone. I'm Yasunori Ichinose, the director. It's nice to be
World
here today.
spoils this. There's a part.
I'd like to talk about the new actions we've added to this game.
So there was a part. Yeah, Potion Flex better be back. Yeah, they didn't confirm if it is or not. So there was one part, and it may have already passed, but the guy said a seamless map. So are they saying it's gonna be just the one map? I mean, I can't imagine that's like 100% true per se, unless the map is just that massive, and it's got different. It's maybe like guiding lands of the game. You know what I mean? Kind of like the guiding lands, but much bigger. No, it works like worlds areas. Okay, I can see that. That makes a little more sense.
This game will let you go to all kinds of places on the map, such as cliffs and elevated platforms.
These new actions are made possible thanks to a little creature called
World Star
the
versus
Wirebug.
Classic Zones.
The player
So here's the question. Okay, every time I use the Wirebug, I'm going to shout out Web Swing like Spider-Man. Oh my god. That's good. Honestly, I'm just excited for the maneuverability. Like some of the things he did in a couple of shots where he's like running up the wall, and then he jumps this way, and then he pulls himself back and then hops over to the wall. Like here, where was it? Like I think it was, yeah, it was like right before Hold on. Let me
This game
Let me
will
find
let you
it.
go to all
I think it's
kinds of
in a.
places
I think it's like in a
such
moment
as
here.
cliffs
Actually, no.
and
This.
ele-
Yeah, right here. This part right here. This part is insane. All right. I want to do
elevator
this.
platforms.
Jumps off the wall, grabs, and then hops backwards. He's like, "Who needs to go straight up the wall? I'm gonna hop this way and then hop that way." So that's the thing. A lot of people were wondering. So it's not going to replace the insect glaive. It's replacing the clutch claw. Is ultimately what it looks like, Liam. It looks like the wire bug is taking over what the clutch claw does for World, or I guess Iceborne, because it's an Iceborne thing. Yeah, I would like Nighthawk says. I agree. It is Rise's version of the clutch claw. Ultimately, is what it is. I think a Breath of the Wild crossover would be good for Monster Hunter Rise. Dude, it may be. If this is a Switch only game, then maybe Nintendo will do some crossover like Zelda, Mario stuff. You know, who knows? It'd be kind of cool though. Do a little hang glider. Battery life of 3.5 hours again. Just put it in just dock it, man. Just dock it. They used to do it a lot. That's true. What is it? Generations? The ones on 3DS had a bunch of crossovers with Nintendo stuff. Yeah, Hellfire pointed this out also in my stream last night, that the Wirebug is kind of like a portable wedge beetle. So here's the question. What are the limitations on it? Let's be real. Like, there's no way that thing's just going to be like willy-nilly, do whatever the hell you want with it. There's got to be some level of like restrictions that they're just not telling us yet. Are we thinking like stamina bar restrictions? Are people going to be carrying around dash juices and things that reduce stamina consumption? Like, is the meta going to be, not that we know if this exists in the game, but are there going to be like decorations of stamina decrease that everyone's going to use for better like wirebug maneuverability? 3 swings, I bet. See, I could see that. I could see a 3 swing limit. Got to be unlocked though, or maybe upgradable bug. Well, you do get several bugs to use. You do? There's several bugs to use? I must have missed that. Yeah, it looks like 3 swings and there are bugs around to replenish. Huh. How did I miss that in the trailer? I must have not paid attention to that. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like Baby Mage and what Hellfire's saying. I'm thinking it's going to be a mix of like, what is it? I think it's going to be a combination of like 2 things. I think it's going to be like a combination of stamina, and I think it's going to be a combination of limitations like swing. So like 3 swings and your stamina bar. Because obviously like running on the wall, there's got to be like, again, limitations for, you know, wall running. When he's traversing, he gets those glowing things. Let me what?
Creature called the Wirebug.
Hold on. Let me.
Cliffs and elevated platforms.
What glowing?
These new actions are made possible thanks to a little creature.
I don't see him
called
collecting
the
anything
Wirebug.
though.
The player carries several of these small bugs around.
Oh, player carries several of these small bugs around. He did say that. Will paintballs be a thing? Or are we getting scout bugs? That's Baby Mage asking the big questions. Do we gotta paintball monsters again? That's a very good question, actually. Yeah, I'm curious about how far you can run. Alright, let him actually talk about wire bugs now.
And they allow you to climb to a variety of places that would normally be out of reach. Additionally, there's a great variety of actions
Actually,
you can
hold on.
perform by components that would normally be out of reach.
Something I want to pause on. And here. What are these? Seriously, are these related to wire bugs, or are these something else? Web swing! What was that? Anybody here play Marvel vs. Capcom? What did Spider-Man say when he... Web shot! I think he said web shot. Web ball! Something like that. Yeah, I'm curious about how far you can run. I would like paintballs. Cloud, why would you want... Well, why would you want paintballs? World has spoiled us. World has spoiled us to never need paintballs again. Why would you ever want that? You know how much I hated throwing a paintball and missing? I mean, seriously, who misses a 600-foot dragon? How is that possible? How is that possible? How... It's like throwing a rock into a lake of water. The odds of missing are very low. Kinsec Juicy Juice, maybe, because yellow, green. So I didn't know. So that's the thing, is that these are the same colors as the Kinsec juice, of the Kinsec, like, extract. But they're outside, and they're on their own. So what the hell, like, what benefit are these there for? Do they refill an aspect of your Wirebug? Like they didn't really touch on what these things are at the during this direct.
Additionally, there's a great variety of actions you can perform by combining the Wirebugs with attacks. Using these unique attacks with your favorite...
Wait, whose armor is this? Does this look like any existing monster's armor? I can't tell. I can't tell if that's a monster's existing armor. Duramboros? See, I was thinking that too. That's the other thing. Cloud has a point though. It might be the Tetranadon, or Tetranadon, however you say it. Who's ready for more Wody pronounces monster names with all the new guys? Yeah, I think the Tetradon. I'm going to let them say it here in a moment. So this aspect is something I'm really excited for. This Wirebug attacking mechanic. Now the video only shows us. Let's see, what weapons do we see? So I can't tell what is that. The longsword. Hold on. So this is the longsword.
Additionally, there's a great...
Is that the longsword? That looks like the longsword to me. Tetranadon. No, we think this is the greatsword. We gotta start giving names of monsters so Will can just say that. I'll just come up with the names of my own. We'll call the Tetranadon Terry. We'll just call it Terry. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of greatswords. Aerial greatsword. Okay, so we see the greatsword being used. And then we see...
Great variety of actions you can perform by combining the wire...
The charge blade? This is the charge blade. Yeah. So then we see the charge blade. I do like that you can use the Wirebug to pull you into the monster to reduce the distance. Where's this shit when you're fighting Alatreon? How about that? That'd probably keep my ass alive if I could just pull myself into the damn thing.
Firebugs with attacks. Using these unique attacks with your favorite weapon is what the combat is going...
Oh, the Insect Glaive. I didn't even put two and two together when I first saw it. So this is the Insect Glaive. You can just tell from the aerialness of this. That will make the Lance and Gunlance super mobile. Yeah, it will make them super mobile, which will be dope because then maybe I will use the Gunlance way more frequently then. A Tetranadon. Parry the Tetranadon? Hey, I mean, maybe. If parry's a thing. For up to 3 charges. What do you mean?
To be all about.
Okay, so that was interesting. I don't know if anyone caught that. Maybe I'll slow it down here. There was something I noticed with what he just did. Hold on.
Weapon.
Okay, so clearly this is to do those maneuvers during combat. Ah, okay. So clearly this is the Insect Glaive. So in a moment here,
Is what the combat is going
you
to
can
be
see
all about.
he used the Wirebug to pull him into the monster. Did you guys see that? He's in the air. He uses the Wirebug and it shoots straight downwards and then basically drags him into the monster. It's basically the R2 attack of the Insect Glaive right now. But I guess it homes in because you latch onto the monster with the Wirebug. You use the Wirebug to latch the hit onto him. From what I see, Tetranadon looks like a cross of a platypus, turtle, and kappa. Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually. That's a pretty accurate description. Now look at the design of the Insect Glaive. No more arts and crafts weapons. Oh, because it actually has good design? Is that what you're saying? And that is the Switch Axe?
Wirebug. There's now a lot more
No, it's a charge. Is this the Switch Axe or the Charge Blade? I feel like no, it's not the Charge Blade. It's the Switch Axe. Okay.
variation of movement and
And there's the Gun Lance.
attacks. leading.
So I like that. Okay, so I didn't even no more Unga Bunga weapons. Hey, don't you take my hammer away. This ain't over. The hammer could be back. There's time to reveal the hammer. I hope they put the hammer. I'm gonna be pissed if they don't put the hammer in it. So that was really dope. Did anyone else see that with the gun lance? The wire bug basically pulls you into the monster. There you go. See, there was a hammer in the trailer. So the wire bug pulls you, and he basically takes the gun lance out, and he does a sweeping attack, and he trips the monster up. Like, that is dope. Like, I'm all for that. As somebody who uses the gun lance, like, that is dope. That mobility is a nice welcome for gun lance users, because now it's like I can block you damage and I'm gonna trip your ass. I use the gun lance. I don't use it that often. I used to use it all the time, actually. Hey, we didn't play Monster Hunter together on the Wii. I used it all the time in Monster Hunter Tri. Like, all the time. Was that the one where... Or was that a lance move? Was the special move the one where they run? I can't remember if it was the gun lance or lance. But I always enjoyed doing the running motion thing. I always thought that was really dope. That's right, the Rocket Blast. God, I forgot about the Rocket Blast. Owner of Longsword is still easy cheese. It might be. I think he means where he shoots the propel then slam to monster move. Oh. That's right. I forgot about that.
Versatile, fast-paced combat.
So, right there, that looks really dope. As also a sword and shield user, that was really cool. So, did y'all see that he uses the wire bug to swing the weapon around like a whip? He's like, oh, I'm going to attach my little bug here to my sword. I'm just going to be like... Hopefully that was amusing for y'all to watch me kind of do that on camera. No more bone weapons with monster parts lazily slapped on. I mean, those might still be in the game. Let's be real, they're not going to show us all the weapons in the trailer. Also, whose armor is this? We have to point out, like, this man looks like RoboCop. Like RoboCop in a white armor. Alright, so I think that was it on the wire bug stuff.
I'd like to talk more about the environments.
Confirm SNS users abuse wire bugs. They might. So they don't explicitly say, more like Ned Kelly. So Liam, they don't explicitly say at any point in this video if Hunter Arts are specifically back. That is something that the video does not confirm. Now I don't know if there was like supplemental information that I haven't seen or I missed in terms of like a press release or like an editorial, whatever you call it. Then who knows? Karting is dead. Wait, how's karting dead? I'm sure karting's still a thing. Dead or alive, you're karting with me. Hey, we're all gonna kart.
When you start a quest, you'll be whisked to an open map that forms one single seamless locale.
Yeah, so there you go. He says right there, one seamless open world locale. So how massive of a map are we talking here? He's in a cave. Ooh.
Of course, we've made sure to create the locales to make full use of the wire bug's abilities.
Now I'd like to tell you a little bit about one of the new areas in this game, which we already showed a glimpse of in the trailer just now, called the Shrine Ruins. From the starting camp, you can run down the mountain to get to the main field.
See locales, Pearl, more than one. Fair enough. Yeah, the phrasing makes it seem like Guiding Lands. Well, so this area is called the Shrine Ruins. I just want to climb to the top of like this mountain over here. And I think I can.
This area is characterized by the scattered ruins of an ancient shrine, hence the name. I can't explain in too much detail, but there are lots of things to discover across each locale, so I hope you take the time to explore when going on your hunts.
It's a fair point. Is fast travel still there? It might be. I mean, you can only kind of hope it is. See, they didn't talk enough about the environments, unfortunately.
Canine buddy known as a palamute.
Palamute. Apparently, I thought it was Palamute. So apparently, I was saying it wrong. Like always.
These canines can run around with hunters sitting on their backs. While you're riding one, your stamina doesn't
Vigor Wasp.
so you can keep running at high speed for as long as you want.
I do like the lack of stamina depletion.
You'll also be able to perform various actions.
That's cool too. The fact that you can
For
eat
recovering your health.
and recover and all that jazz on the back of the monster is really
As
nice.
an attacker type, they will help you out in various ways.
Palamute is a pun on the. Oh, you know what? Yeah. See, I'm shitty with dog breeds, but that's so true. Alaskan Malamute. That actually makes a lot more sense now. So yeah, Liam, this is the part where they show that the dogs do attack and battle with you.
Naturally, the feline palico from past games also make their return again. They will help you out as a support type. You can take 2 buddies with you on a quest.
Nice. Yeah, so this is where they confirm that the Palamutes will be attackers and the Palicos will be supporters. And then this is obviously where they say, like, oh, hey, you can bring multiples with you. Hey, bring 2 dogs. Hey, bring, dog and a cat.
And you are free to decide
Bring
which
2
combination-
cats. I'm trying to see if anything in the cat armor hints at anything. But I'm not good enough with how armors look to be like, oh, this totally looks like a specific monster's. Because they've been showing this one for the whole time. This one, I don't know, maybe it's the new Ansem. Just move on.
combination of buddies you want.
Yeah, they're clearly showing a lot of the same armor, probably of all the monsters we've seen.
In multiplayer, each hunter can bring 1 buddy with them.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna go gunner with my 2 hunting dogs. Nice. So I didn't even think about this. This confirms that even in 3 or 4 player hunts, we get 1 companion. I didn't even think about that. Like, my brain just made that connection literally right now watching this video. Because, like, right now in World, once there's 3 of us in a hunt, the cats are gone. The cat's out of the bag. Or in this case, the cat's out of the hunt. But now, we can bring 1 of each. That's like an 8-man hunt. I'm thinking they might only be able to execute an ability and then they go away, but I could be wrong. Okay, that's fair. Actually, I could see that. I'm just wondering how that works for traversal, because clearly everybody can run on their dogs. Gotta feel bad for the one guy who wants to bring a cat and everybody runs with their dogs. 1 buddy per hunter, just like the Frontier series. You mean the MMO game? Do the dogs talk, though? Doesn't look like it, Baby Mage. Doesn't look like it. Because 8 things all at once plus monster seems like a lot. Yeah, I guess it's true. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see if they stick around even for the hunt. The trailers don't show a whole lot in terms of like multiple hunters killing a monster.
Next, I'd like to talk about the new monsters.
New monster. New monster. New monster.
First, this is the flagship monster for this game, Magnamalo.
Magnamalo.
We can't show it in full yet, but it's a fearsome fanged wyvern with a strong air of menace about it.
I gotta know what they mean by that. They can't show us in full the Magnamalo. What does that even mean then? Does it mutate? Does it warp? Is it like Pokemon Sword and Shield? Is it gonna like evolve into something if you give it a phase 2? It's not even my final form yet. You thought this was it? Show us how gathering works. Yeah, it's probably story spoilers. I mean, Gore Magala. That's actually not bad. I could see that. I could see like a God, I still remember when I fought the Gormagalas phase 2. Did not see that coming. I feel like I should have saw that coming. But I didn't see that coming. Poor Toby Kadachi, just dead in his mouth.
The next monster is Acnosum.
See, he said it, so now I'm going to pronounce it the way he said it. Acnosum. Alright, Cloud. Acnosum. So, Acnosum up in this stream, I'm going to slap you. I think that worked as a pun. I bet Toby wish he never left the ancient forest. That's just a cut coup. Kind of. It feels a little different.
Acnosum is a bird wyvern that attacks hunters with its characteristic.
Because look, he does the ramming
by
attack.
changing its shape and using it as a weapon.
No, okay, I can kind of umbrella crane. Yeah, I could kind of see cut coup. I can kind of see it. I feel like Nighthawk's disappointment emoji is towards the joke I made, the pun about Acnosum. Raytheon armor. Where is that? Is that what the person on the ground is wearing as Raytheon armor? But yes, I do agree. Yeah, so I think it's a cross between a Yian Garuga and a Kutku. Because clearly, when it was running and it tripped over like a Yian Garuga or Raytheon or Rathalos do when they lose their balance. And then he smashed his head into the ground like a Kutku.
Weapon. This monster is the bird wyvern Great Izuchi. Its main characteristic is that it tends to...
I feel like this monster... Oh, okay. This is that armor. The one I was saying earlier the cat was wearing. I was like, what monster is this? Clearly by the fur and tone of this monster, it's the Great Izuchi. That's Velocijo. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, but oh my god, it feels like it's going to be annoying. What is with the... Because they even say in a moment here that it hunts in packs of 3. So it's always going to be one big bastard and 2 tiny little bastards. Meat and 2 veg happening up in this piece. And then, like, the motherfucker does a ballet dance every time. A ballet dance. Like, oh my god, I don't want to have to dodge the damn thing. Sausage and 2 egg. Well, we say meat and 2 veg here. Ancient Leshen last night. Don't you bring that monster into this Nighthawk. Don't you dare. Leave that mofo out of this bitch. Worst hunt ever.
to move around in groups of 3, attacking all at once or in succession. The key to hunting them lies in how you defend against these attacks.
Yeah, I can't tell what armor the hunter's
This is
wearing.
Amphibian Tetranodon.
Tetramodon. Alright. We've got it. Tetramodon. That's weird. Chat is still moving on my right, but the one on stream doesn't seem to be updating for some reason. I refreshed it. Let's see. LOL. We master rank now. Ancient Leshen should die quick. Maybe. I don't know, man. I hunted that thing by myself, and I still felt like I wanted to die on the inside trying to kill that thing. It was still a pain in the ass. I thought that was a core Peko at first. Oh, the ancient. Are you talking about the ancient Leshen or something else? Huh, that's interesting. I've been streaming my own game, but apparently I was gifted a sub to one of the channels I follow. Alright. I mean, that's cool. I'll have to hop into that stream at some point, but alright. Nothing wrong with a gift sub. That's pretty cool. Okay. Sorry. Thought there was a Corpeco at first. Tetranada. I don't know. He kind of acts like a great
Swallows up
Jagras
to expand its
in a
body,
way.
and then charges at hunters. As its body changes, so do its attacks.
It's definitely a
You'll need to
platypus.
change your approach on the fly while dealing with them.
It's Perry, the platypus.
As you can see, Tetranodon and Arzuros are in a fight here. We are working.
That
with
looks
new
so-
gameplay elements
yo, he's
that
trying to
rise
eat 'em.
to Fights between monsters. We'll share more about this at a later date.
Also, did anyone else... He sit. Yeah, or he's going to sit on our face. Or that frog that carries rocks in Gen... Oh, dude. Dude, not that frog. Not that frog. Never again, that frog. Did you notice that Turf War lasted much longer than they traditionally did in World? Like that felt like a long Turf War. God, Tetsukabra, oof. You know what? It does kind of remind me of Zamtrios. Sorry, I haven't fought Zamtrios in so long. I kind of Scroat Shark. Yeah, exactly. I can see that actually. God, I still remember. I had him for Boggin Change in 4. Yeah, I want to know how you interact with them during what and what happens. Yeah, they said they'll put more details out later. But yeah, if you notice that battle looked like it was pretty lengthy in comparison. Supreme surprise, Nibble Snarf and Rise. No. Zamtrios, I could see that. I could see Tetranadon as being kind of like an offshoot of a Zamtrios. I could see that with the expanding kind of like mouthpiece area and everything.
Of course, there are other returning monsters, including Arzuros and plenty of new monsters too. So please look forward to more monster.
I'm curious about the other new monsters because he did say that there's plenty of returning ones. Obviously, probably Rathalos and Raytheon. But there's also other new monsters. So I'm glad they didn't show us all the new monsters. Like, that would have been kind of depressing to be like, here's our game. There are 5 new monsters, and the rest are all returning. That would have hurt me.
In the future. Next, I'd like to show your base in this game.
I'm just in time for the Monster Hunter chat, I think. Yeah, Prinny, we're watching the trailer together, kind of talking about it as a group. Liam actually hadn't seen it yet, so that's a first time viewing for him, and maybe some other people who are checking it out. So this is our base, Kamura Village.
Your base in this game is called Kamura Village.
Or Kamura Village. Look, they're making mochi. Well, in fact, this is mochi that's being made here for those of you who watch anime. Shut up, Capcom, take my money. Exactly, Capcom, take my money
You'll find
now.
all the conveniences a hunter needs, like the smithy and other facilities.
That looked like a candy apple saying, yo, cat rice ball. Y'all see this shit? It's a rice ball made to look like a cat. Sup, Prince? Show me the twins. Don't be crude.
And all kinds of colorful characters.
Oh, they're the twins.
The story in this game unfolds through the characters of this village.
I just got an important letter. It looks like we've got a rampage on our hands.
I can't say anything yet about the rampage, but we are aiming to provide a new experience with this, so please look forward to future announcements.
What is the rampage?
We hope you liked what we...
Like, obviously it's story related, but it's like, what is the rampage?
we've shown so far. To close things off, I'd like to share the release date and the details on the different versions.
The big guy looks like the Admiral. I think he is the
As we
Admiral. He
announced
does
in
look
the
kind of like he's
trailer,
related to
the
the
game
Admiral.
will release on March 26th, 2021.
Not much. Watching
and you'll be
JoJo
able
was
to choose
playing
from the following
Altair or
versions.
Riza. Maybe another
Standard
Siege-like
edition,
thing.
And the
Maybe. I don't know if it would be a Siege thing. Waiting for Stories 2 to come up for pre-order. So we got some pre-order bonuses. Your typical character layer. Okay, so you know, layered armor confirmed, which I'd be surprised if it wasn't, but yeah, you can see right here. So I don't know where you can see my cursor, but so there's going to be layered armor, so that's good. Return to that. I know a lot of people will be happy about their cosmetics.
Deluxe Edition with a bundle of recommended DLC. Supply will be limited, but all versions will include...
I love that the layered armor for the dog and the cat, for the Palico and the Palamute, Basically, just make them look like your average everyday. Oh God, I let the game. Okay, so the session code is gonna need to be updated. I let the thing sit idle for too long, so the PS4 just shut itself off. My bad, y'all. I guess let me get it turned back on here. Fashion is very important, apparently. But I like how this makes the cat. I'm not good with cat breeds, but this is basically like a golden retriever. Gonna be waiting a bit. We don't even have a release date yet.
Special layered armor for a Palamute and Palico, plus a Novice Talisman as pre-order bonuses.
Come on, turn it on.
Also, we will be releasing these 3 amiibo for Monster Hunter Rise on the same day as the launch.
I'm a little sad about the amiibo thing because I'm just like, just when you think you get out of it, they pull you back in as sons of bitches. I think it was already Liam's room actually, because when I made the room, or did it? I don't know actually, because when I hit join, it I think it put me in. I think it put me in the room, so it might be the same room code. Let me see what happens. I'll just get this. By the way, I do love this SSD, and this thing does load so much quicker, and my brain doesn't even realize it at first. It's whatever. Worked almost 12 hours today, so they can take their time. So yeah, happy Friday, one. Happy Friday, Prinny. Hey, hopefully you got the weekend off. At least you can relax a little. Also, I didn't realize this, but at the bottom it says standalone amiibo available exclusively at GameStop locations in the US and EB Games in Canada. Bitch. Damn. I hate exclusivity. That's a pain in the ass, man. That makes 4 amiibos for Monster Hunter because there was the Rathalos amiibo. There was actually a lot of amiibos for stories. They just never came to America. So there's actually, I think there's like 4 or 5 amiibos specifically for stories that never came to the States. I like how they specified Canada here. Well, I mean, maybe Canada doesn't have GameStops. Maybe it's because they have... Dude, Cloud, I was almost half convinced that at the end of this event, they were going to confirm the next Smash Brothers character. And it was going to be the Hunter from freaking Smash Bros. From Monster Hunter. Like, I legitimately thought that was going to be the case. Okay, the session ID is the same. So we're good there. Alright, back to this.
Of the game. Using these amiibo lets you unlock special layered armor. On top of that, you can also enter a daily lottery in the game for a variety of useful items.
Hellfire, you're in the session. You're here. You're good.
We hope you'll get them along with the game.
Yeah, you're already in the lobby.
The game will also have some compatibility features with Monster Hunter Stories 2, which we also announced today.
Kinda wonder what that
Please
means.
look forward to more information on that as well. For more information about Monster Hunter Rise, please check out our official website, which will go up later today.
Hey, we're not drooling over the amiibos.
Pre-orders for the download version will start.
I kept it
shortly
moving.
after this Monster
Oh,
Hunter
you were just putting it up for everyone else.
So
Okay.
please head on
Thank
over
you.
to the Nintendo eShop and have a look.
No, you have a look.
Please check with your local retailer for pre-order information. That's all for Monster Hunter Rise for now. But Mr. Ichinose has a few final words for you.
Thank you for watching this.
We're gonna get the honey here in a
introduction
moment.
of Monster Hunter Rise. We are currently working hard on completing the development of this new Monster Hunter game.
God, I can't wait.
Your reaction to this announcement will give us strength and motivation. So please let us know what you think. Please look forward
You know,
to
give me
future
strength and
updates.
motivation.
We hope you'll enjoy Monster Hunter Rise.
Fist weapons. Fist weapons. Yeah, just throw me a punch.
All right.
Okay.
Next up,
I
it's
actually
my
want
pleasure
to. I need to get like
introduce the
water
newest RPG in
or
the
something
Monster
to
Hunter
drink because I
series.
drank all of it.
Monster Hunter
I'm
Stories
just gonna let this play,
Wings of
so you,
Ruin.
those of you who haven't seen this already, can take a look
Please
at it.
take
So
a
I'm
look.
gonna let this play until I get back, and then we'll go from there. So I need to refill my water, and I'll be back.
no mere coincidence that you were given Red's kinship stone, and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
I'm so glad you're still alive. I thought I'd never see you again.
Okay, pal, let's do this!
Hey, what's that?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, but it'll work out.
Red? Moon's blessing emerged.
Quick, hurry! We don't know if it's the right monster. Our mission is to see if it truly has catastrophic power.
Rathalos are disappearing from their natural habitats.
Angela?
In this game, you'll become a monster rider, traveling the world with your monster companions as you tackle quests and experience a rich story set in the Monster Hunter universe. You'll be joined on your adventure by a number of popular monsters from the main series, and the bonds you forge together will have far-reaching implications as the plot unfolds. Our emotional story begins with the mass disappearance of Rathalos from around the world. As the descendant of the legendary rider named Red, you have a faithful
I've returned.
who has been entrusted with an aim.
Alright, let's see what your chat had to say.
I can't say much more at this point in time.
Support them
but just as
amiibos.
the title
I hope they release a
story
free
suggests,
demo-like world. They
We're
listen to all the
working hard
feedback
to
from the
provide
world.
fans with a fantastic narrative.
I would really dig it. Dude, I would love it if
On top
they
of
went
that,
full martial
We're
arts.
including elements that connect this game with Monster Hunter Rise, so please look forward to that as well.
Honestly, I kind of want to get stories
The game
too,
is slated for release
but I
in
gotta
summer
play the first one.
2021.
And I gotta
We
dig
hope
through
that
my
Monster
DS
Hunter
games to see if I
fans
own the
and
first
all
one. I'm
fans of
pretty certain I
RPGs
do.
in general will
I just
enjoy
don't know where it
Monster Hunter
is.
Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. We can't wait to reveal more about
You
this
don't
game
look
in the
crazy.
future,
Well, you know that's a
so
damn
stay
lie. That's a damn lie. I look crazy as shit.
tuned. Today, we introduced you to 2 new titles.
Hold on.
Monster Hunter Rise. We are also planning to provide more updates
Is there more?
at TGS 2020 online on
Ooh.
September 25th.
That's right.
So please stay tuned.
So most likely, we'll do another one of these kind of breakdowns after these events happen. So we'll talk more about this stuff. Maybe you guys enjoy your Monster Hunting. I'm a JoJo and just continue chilling. Also, can't wait for TGS hype. Somebody say they're gonna JoJo.
Oh my god!
俺が時を
Okay. Yeah, so we'll probably do another partial stream for breaking down the info that comes out of TGS and the Capcom event. So we'll stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and probably return to the world of hunting monsters. I'm thinking.